At the end of the session, please share your email IDs, not now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi Kiran, this is Chandana.
Hey, Chandana.
Yeah, hi. I'm new to this class
Okay.
and I wanted to know till now what all you finished.
We have just started with the HTML. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And about the assignments?
Assignments also will be sent in your inbox today.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Thank you so much, guys. Let me start the session. So we just discussed about the HTMLs, right? So what are the different HTML elements we have seen? We have discussed about the labels. We have discussed about the input elements. We also discussed about the buttons. We also discussed about the checkboxes,
Checkboxes and tables and rows, columns.
tables, rows, tables, radio buttons we discussed. We discussed about the radio buttons, isn't it? We made a complete form of this thing, text area,
Yes. Yes.
and then buttons. Buttons we discussed. Select area, select. Now let me ask you a few questions. What is the syntax of the select box? What is the syntax?
Used for drop down. Select is used for drop down.
Select is used for drop down and
Option value.
pardon me. So select option and value. So what are block level elements? What are block level elements? Did we discuss block level elements?
H1.
H1,
H1.
Heading and paragraph.
A tag.
H1, P tag. What else? One more.
Div.
Div tag. Perfect. H1, C tag and P tag and the div tag. Are we good in that regard? Any other questions? Okay. So in today's discussion, we will discuss little bit about the CSS.
అక్షు అక్షు బేట ఓహో ఇక్కడ వాటర్ మిలన్ ఏంటిది తినకుండా ఇలానే పెట్టేసరే నానా
One second, guys. Okay. So today we will discuss little bit about the CSS. Okay. What does CSS stands for? What does CSS stands for?
Cascading style sheets.
Style sheets. So what all we do with the CSS? First thing, CSS is used for the styling purpose. Styling purpose. Okay. Always it is recommended to use a separate style sheet. Okay. So what we will do? We will add a style sheet. We will discuss about the some of the properties of the CSS. Okay. Styles. Styles.css. If possible, let me open the presentation for you. Good. Okay, fine, no problem. I thought of having some presentation. Okay, so what all we discuss as part of the CSS? First of all, in the CSS, we can play with this. We are having simple properties. At the same time, we will be having the selectors. First, we will discuss about the small things about the selectors. So selectors can be of uh, three types. One is element based selectors. Second one is class based selectors. Third one is ID based selectors. How many? Element based selectors, element based selector. First one is element based selector. Second one is third one is ID based selector. So how many selectors we are having? Finally, inline selector. So inline styling. So element based styling, class based styling, and then ID based styling, and then finally inline styling. So which one is having the top priority? Inline selector will be having the top priority. That means whatever you are typing inside as this one, it will be having this priority. Next priority will go to the ID based, or else you can think of from top to bottom, bottom to top. Okay, fine. So first we will discuss about the element based selector. So elements, whatever the element name you are giving, it will be taking by that selector. Whatever may be the element that you are dealing. First, let us see, is body an element or not? Is body an element? Yes, it is an element. So what I am doing now, I am writing the element based selector here. What I am saying, body, same body followed by the brackets. Which brackets? Curly brackets. Okay, now background color. I'm saying you can select any of the colors. Okay, light gray. What I said? Light gray. So here, now I need to refer this particular style.css here. How will I refer? Link rel equal to style sheet class equal, sorry, link rel equal to style sheet, href equal to style.css, href equal to style.css. Now if you look at this particular page, is this page having a body tag? Wow. Is it coming properly? Background color is applied or not? It is applied. Now, can you think of another element? What are the other elements? Labels we are having, right?
Font size.
Can we change the font size of all the labels?
Yeah.
Label, font size.
Nice.
Let us say 20 pixel.
Yeah.
Refresh. Is it increased the font?
Yeah.
Yes, it is increased. So what is the advantage of this? Am I going for individual label and changing it, or I'm doing it for all the labels in one go?
All letters.
All labels in one go, I am just representing it. That is the advantage. Am I clear? Or any questions to anyone? So what is the property of an element based selector? Element based selector will look at all the HTML elements, whatever be the element that you are specifying, wherever it is finding, it is going to apply that particular style to that particular element. Am I clear? Or any questions?
I have a question. What did you do with the previous coding, like you type href and everything? Can you explain that, please?
Here?
Yeah, the link one and everything.
Link rel equal to. So this is the way to link the style sheet. Link, when you say link, that means it is going to link a style sheet. Rel equal to style sheet means relative what kind of type it is. It is a style sheet. And then href is going to see which location the style sheet is residing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, nothing else.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We can't write this whatever the style dot css written in the whatever that code we written in the style dot css. We can't write in the register dot html.
We can write it, but it is not recommended.
Mhm.
It is not recommended. Why it is not recommended? Because the same styling, if you want, if you are using it in the if you are writing the style in the register.html, suppose you have another page, do you write it again there?
Oh,
Will you write again there also, or you will write one place and then you will reuse it?
I will reuse it.
That is the reason why I am giving it as a separate style sheet. Understand?
Okay. Yeah.
And should we mention that the link in the head, or it's okay if we,
No,
mention
it,
it in
it is
body
good
or
to, it is
anything?
always recommended to have it in the head only. Keep that in the head.
Okay.
Good. You're asking questions. I like it.
Thank you.
Okay. So body background light gray. Now, suppose I want to have a border to the table. We have a table here, right? I want to have a table to border to the table. So how will I write the border? So table border. So border, it will be like this. 2 pixel border. Solid border type is solid dashed, different kinds of borders available, and black color. So let us see what it is doing. Wow, is it giving the border properly or not? 2 pixel solid border. Suppose if you are there are different properties which uh, you can check. Dashed border means it will be coming like this. Okay, dotted border will come as the dots, and then double, it will come like this. Groove, it will also come like this. Okay, fine. Usually we will use solid 2 pixel of black. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
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 Okay, so what kind of selector we have seen till now?
Inline based.
Element based selectors.
Element.
Because table is an
Element.
element, label is an element, body is another element, right? What, Avinash? No. Okay. So solid 2 pixel solid black. Now these are all element based selectors. These are all element based selectors. Now we will go to the class based selector. Okay. What I'm saying, class based selectors. So what I'm doing, dollar. I mean, when I am using the class based selector, I will be using a dot followed by the class name. Or else let us say label width. You can use like this, label hyphen width, like that you can use. That means make it as meaningful as possible. So width colon 40 pixel. What I'm saying, width colon 40 pixel. Now any label, I can go there and I can add a class to that particular label like this. I'm going here, this is the label, right? Class equal to LBL width. So it is applying that particular 40 pixel class to it. So let us say if I'm saying 100 pixel, it will be expanding more. 200. Okay, I think it is dominating. The terms and conditions is dominating this. Just if you want, you can do like this. I'm increasing it here. No impact, right? It is not showing any impact because it is fitted. It's fit already. It is a fit, so that's where it is not showing any impact. That's fine. So label width is 200 pixel, and then let us say padding. What is meant by padding? Dot content padding. So what I'm saying, padding of 10 pixel. What I'm saying, dot content padding 10 pixel. What does this mean? When I say padding, padding means outer border to inner border, how much distance it is. Outer border to the inner content, how much distance it is.
Okay.
Class equal to content padding. This is what my padding. So now observe what will happen. What happened? Is there any distance increased between the border to the content or not? Distance increased?
Yes. Yes.
Everyone agree? Is the distance increased or not? Otherwise, in the previous
Yes.
case, it
Yes.
was very close
Yes.
to the borders, right? So whenever you add the padding, it will add the distance to the border and the actual content. Understand? So in what direction it will add it? Will it add top, bottom, where it will add, it is going to add all the four directions. That means from the top, from the right, from the bottom, and from the left. Okay, how the clock goes? Clock will go top, right, bottom, and left, and it will go back to the top. Am I right? Clockwise direction. So the padding also will be following the clockwise direction. Okay. So any questions for me? What is padding doing? Where the padding will be applied? It will be applied from the top, right, bottom, and it will apply from the top, right, bottom, and left. Any questions? Padding. What about the margin? Tell me once content padding. Good. So content padding is, you see, it's not about the content padding, it is about the padding. So when you say, when you're applying any class, when you're applying a property called padding, what it is going to do is, it is going to provide some space from the other element. Here, what is the element? The element is table, right? To the table we have added the padding. So what table is going to do when you say padding? It is going to apply some space between the actual content. What is the actual content? This is the actual content inside the table, right? It is going to apply some kind of space between the uh, content to the outer border of the table. Is that clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Now padding is there. What about the margin? You know the margins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens to the margins? You will, what kind of, how many margins will be having, will a page be having? How many margins that a page can have?
Left side and right side,
Left, right, and go back to
top
your 10th
and
class.
bottom.
So what you used to do? You will write, you will make a box, right? Left,
Two
right,
side.
top, bottom. Four sides you are going to, what you say, mark those lines, and then you will make a nice box, and then you will write the exams inside it. Similarly here also, the page is also like that. When I say margin colon 10 pixel, what does it mean? It is going to provide 10 pixel margin. Now observe what will happen. What happened? Is this one moved a bit left or not? From the top it is moved a bit down. From the right, of course, right, you cannot see it. Or else let me do it 100 pixel. What happened? Is the margin is applying or not?
Yeah.
Any questions, guys?
The content padding is a class name that is like we can write any different name too, or we need to write
Any
the
name you
same
can
name.
write. These are all, you can write any name.
This is like class name, is not like
It's a class name, that's it. Nothing else.
okay.
It's a class name, that's it. Nothing else. Table content. Same. Any change?
Then why, what application you're using for running the application like that? You can see result left hand side and right hand side on the top.
Where?
When you're sharing the screen right now,
Right?
because I'm using on the Node Plus. Node Plus, I can only go back and forth on the like HTML. I need to run there. Here you can see the result. If you see I'm changing something, you can see on the top what I'm changing it, what the mistake you're doing,
I'm not doing
which application you're using.
I'm using an editor called WebStorm. That's it. You can use, as I told you on the other day, you can use the brackets. Brackets is also one of the good tools.
Okay.
So how many types of stylings we have seen? Class-based styling and the element-based styling. So majority of the times you will be finding the class-based selectors. Majority of the times you will be finding the class-based selectors. Understand? Okay. Now ID-based selectors. So what is ID based selector? For a specific ID you want to do apply some class, you can apply. So let us say text first name is there, right? So what I'm doing, ID based selector will be using a tag called hash. Yellow green. No, it is not applying. Is it applying now?
Yes.
So what is the difference between the ID based selector and the class based selector?
ID based, they will be only use that field which one you're selecting. A
Right.
class is using whole class.
So ID based selector is only can be used to one element. Which element? The element on which the ID is declared. Right? One page you will be having one unique ID, right? Do you understand? In one page,
Yeah.
only one text first name is allowed, not more than that. So ID based selector will be directly applying to that particular ID element of that ID. Directly it will apply to that. What about the others? It will not care about the others. It will never care about the others. Am I clear?
Yes. A really quick question. When you're using table, you're using dot. When you're using as a ID, you're using hash in front. So this is like compulsory, or this is like for only showing?
I didn't get your question. See, ID based
I'll
selector
20.
will be using the hash.
Okay.
Okay. Class based selector, that's where I'm mentioning this. Class based selector, I'm using the dot. This could
Okay.
be any name. When it comes to the normal element based selectors, directly you will be dealing with the element name. In this case, element name is table. In this case, element name is label, element is body. These are all HTML default elements. Understand? These are
Yep.
all HTML default elements. Whereas table content, is it an element? It's a normal name. It's a normal name. So it's a class. For me it is a, I'm denoting, I'm just, as it's starting with dot, it is a class. As it is starting with class, a dot, it is a class based selector. Okay. Whereas this one is ID based selector. So how many text first name can exist? Only one first name can exist, right? At a given moment of time, only one first name can exist. Guys, someone is talking background. Please mute your phones. Thank you. Any questions here? Any questions for me?
Can you please show the output for this that we have just performed, that ID base selector?
Yeah. This is the ID.
Okay.
So for the text first name we are using it, right? So that is the ID.
Can you show me the ID name in HTML page?
Sure.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Is it applying for the text last name?
Yes.
Is it applying for the text last name? No.
No. Sorry.
No.
So if you want, you can add
Actually-
like this one also, text first name.
So that will apply for both.
Yeah. Now if I'm saying hash text last name, it will apply for both. Comma text
Do you
last
want to keep comma? Okay. Yeah.
just comma separation. So now is it applying for both?
So Kiran,
Yeah.
we don't need to add anything in the previous coding for ID based selector.
No, nothing. That's what
Oh.
ID you are already having, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're already having an ID, so that's where you are not doing anything. It is already.
So there is no reference.
There is no nothing is required there. Just go and add.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
reference is required for class based selection.
Yeah, class based selector you need to add. For the class
And
based
what
selector,
about element based selection?
element based selection also not required because element is itself is a what is
Yeah. If
identity,
you have
right?
element name.
It's already you are giving by the element name, so it is not required.
So
Only class based.
so we just have to only for class.
Right. Only for the class we need to give.
Got it. Thank you.
Got it? Take it.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, ask me questions. You have. See, it's always good if you ask me questions. So, majorly in the interviews, these are the questions asked. What is the class-based selector, ID-based selector, and the element-based selector? Which one will be take the top priority?
For sometimes we don't have any IDs, right?
In that case, you can use the class.
Oh, that is up to us. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So now I'm going to do one more stupid thing, that is what is this? Where I'm doing it?
It is inline based.
This is
Styling.
inline styling. Now we will see one by one. Which one is taking the precedence? On the first name, do I have the background color on the at the ID level or not? ID level, what is there? Yellow, green is there. Agree?
Yes.
But when it comes to the element is also having a background color called red. Now which one it is taking?
Red.
Red. So which one will take? Which one will be having the highest priority?
Inline based styling.
Inline based styling. What about the what is the next priority? ID based.
ID based.
What is the next to that? It will be the third priority will go to the class, and the lowest priority will be given to the element based. So can you repeat what is the order? Which one will take the topmost priority?
in inline ID class
Inline.
ID class and then
That's element.
element.
cool. Yeah. Suppose if you don't want the inline styling to take the precedence, what will you do?
Sorry.
Sometimes you don't want the inline styling to take over. So in that case, you just need a put an exclamatory mark, and saying important. If you do this, inline styling will be what you say. This property of inline styling will be ignored, and wherever you are mentioning important, that will be the top. That will take the top priority.
So exclamation mark and keeping important.
Exclamation mark and with an important will override everything. It is going to take that particular property directly.
So is it only for ID or for
Anything,
class and element also?
anything.
Okay.
It is common for
Okay.
anything and everything.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Hi, Kira.
Yeah.
This is Evelyn. Actually, I have used this important before, but I find there's a problem with this. That is, if the page already has a default styling, then it will load that styling first and then add this important styling later. So there's a delay between the change, which make the page look very unreal. Have you
Right.
ever
That's true. That's true. That is true. But further, there are techniques available. What people will definitely usually do is what you say. They will try to give a unique look and feel by mentioning the important things on the first go itself, like the way which I did the important, right? So they will do like that so that it will not look ugly. You can change the
to
CSS
do what?
properties later and all. Did I answer your question?
Uh, I don't get it.
See, by default, whatever the look and feel that we are going to get, that you need to take proper care. Okay. Suppose at a later point of time, after when you are performing some actions on the page, if you want to change those properties, you need to you can do it dynamically by using the JavaScript and all. You can do it dynamically. But we need to take care if that page is initially loading with some styling and then after loading it is giving some styling. That means there is some problem with the code. The guys are not using the proper coding. That's what I can say.
Oh, so the only thing we can do is to change the default setting.
Right.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So in the HTML5, and the CSS3, there are a lot of new things got added. There are a lot of new classes got added. So one among them is the rounded corners. One among them is the rounded corners. So what a rounded corner will be having is you, if you look at this, is it having the sharp corners or the rounded corners? Sharp corner.
Sharp corner.
Whereas if you want to achieve the rounded corners, there are certain classes available, which let us see those classes. Table content, right? Border radius. What is that? Border radius. Let us say 2 pixel. Now let us see. See, do you see? Is it changing? radius, it is coming in the rounded corners, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's gone like this. So now are you getting the table with different radius or not? Are you getting the table with different kinds? You're getting a border table, right? Guys, please mute your phones. We're getting a lot of disturbance. 400 pixel. So you're by using the radius property, you can make the what you say what controls rounded controls. You can achieve the rounded controls. Let us do that for the text box. I'm not doing it for this one. Let me do it for the text box. Button, sorry. Border radius. Let us see. Oh, see this how the text box got changed. Do you see how the text box got changed? So what it is going to give you is all four sides. So now it is looking like more nice text box. Am I correct? In the latest text boxes, this is of course it's a bad styling, but I just want to give you that you can achieve this border radius also like this. Instead of sharp corners, you can achieve the rounded corners and all by using the radius property. Am I clear?
Hi, Kira. I have a question.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a percentage and just using a pixel?
There isn't much difference actually. Percentage means it will take the whole page as 100%, and then it will take how much percentage that particular you are applying. In this case, if you're taking an element will have its own 100%. By default, it will have its own 100%. Suppose if I'm saying the width of that is 20% of it, then what will happen? It is going, the width will be small. That's it.
So I saw that you just used 100% after the border radius,
Right.
and it also changed the.
See, 100% I'm giving, right? Percentage. It will take the 100 percentage and then it will take that 100% width. Got it? Suppose if I'm saying 40%, see how it goes now. It took 40% of the radius. Suppose if I say 30%, 20%. So basically percentage, it will take the element 100% width and then it is going to play around it.
Okay. I see. Okay. Yeah. Uh, I think I I got it at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. So this is cool. So these are the some of the properties uh, that CSS is having. Okay. So I will now it is time for you to pass all your email IDs. Just text all your email IDs, so that what I will do is I will be sending you the assignments. Now type in your email IDs. Don't type anything else, just type in. Which one will be best to use, the pixel or percentage? Usually we will use the pixels. Don't type anything, just type the email ID, so that I will get everything in one shot. github.com, right? So you also open in your systems github.com and register to it. It can be registered by using your Gmail IDs.
Call to Nathan. Nabi is a friend.
Guys, please have your personal discussions later. Now, are you able to see the screen now? Hope you're able to see.
Yes.
Now, what you need to do is you need to install the Git in your machines. What is the first step that you need to do? You need to install the Git in your machines. Once you install the Git, you need to check how to add the Git repository, how to add that Git and all. Tomorrow's class, first come up with the Git repository installed, Git installed, so that what I will do is I will give you how to play with the Git. I will tell you, so that it will be easy for me to track your assignments. For me, it will be easy for you to track your assignments. What will happen is you will be creating one folder. So I will be seeing like this, assignment 1, assignment 2, like that I can see easily. Got it? So I'll show you. Do you see NBITS March 2016? So what will happen is you can add all your assignment 2, assignment 3, like this. You can submit to me. So at the end of the course, you can find all your assignments at one place online. So if somebody asks you to, if your company is asking you to do this, it will be very easy. Make sure all of you have installed Git on your machines. I don't care whether you're on the Mac, Windows, anywhere, but I want the Git to be installed on your machines, so that I can give you the knowledge of how to do that, and then it will be very easy for us to collaborate. It will be very easy for us to collaborate. Understand?
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. I got all your email IDs. If anybody missed, please type in once again, so that
Hello, hi, Kim.
yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, this video will be recorded, right?
it's already recorded. The video is recorded.
Yeah, where I will get this recorded
I will
video?
be sharing you the link.
Okay.
I got your email ID.
With my...
All of your email.
Yeah, okay.
So I will be sharing you the recording today.
Okay, okay,
You
thank
have
you.
to send us the assignment also, you have to work on it.
Yeah, I will do that. Fine.
You can send all like first class, second class, or third class recordings, so we can
All the
review.
recordings will be pushed. You will be getting a G drive.
Thank you.
you will be finding all the email IDs there. I mean, drives there.
Thank you.
Okay.